Hey, Lindsay here. So I've been filming a few videos about balancing, and so I wanted to explore with you balancing from a low lunge position. So we often don't think about a low lunge as a balancing pose. So we're going to start on our knees and have a block handy for extra support if you need it. And we're going to step 1 foot forward. And then just check that your ankle is right under your knee. And then my back toes are just, my top of my foot is just pointing back. If it's helpful, you can tuck your toes under. And we're just gonna settle in here, maybe feeling into the center of the heel on your front foot, the base of the big toe and base of the baby toe, so that tripod foot and that front foot. And just settle in here, notice your breath, shoulders relaxed. And this, you might feel some sway or some wobble side to side. Know that you can always take your stance a little bit wider, and that might feel more stable. So the width that I have my legs is, if I were to come up to standing, they're hip distance. So if you were to come into a low lunge from standing, I'm just taking my leg straight back and my knee down. So you don't have to do that part, but I'm just showing you just for the width distance. And then from a lunge, there's lots of different things we can do to explore or play with our balance. So one might just be bringing your arms up and feeling your body sway or sense of steadiness in this position. I like to add a twist, starting with the palms together and then rotating the rib cage towards the leg that's forward. And in doing so, I'm keeping the hips and the legs neutral, so the hips and the legs aren't moving. And it's just through the ribs. And then you can hold here and notice how your body kind of shifts and responds and adapts to finding balance. And then you can come back. And I also like to play with a side bend. So the leg that's forward, we're going to let the arm hang. And then the other hand will come up to the side of the head or maybe on the shoulder. And then I'm bending my torso to the side. And just being in a place where I can breathe with ease. And this can certainly be challenging. Sometimes our hips will kind of push out to the side to kind of counterbalance. See if you can keep this neutral, okay? Hips and legs don't move, and just let it come through the torso. So this can be as much of an exploration of a side bend as it is balancing. And you can come back up. Maybe hands come to the floor as we switch sides. So it's important to do both sides. So as you come into your low lunge, check that the ankle is under the knee, feeling into the tripod of the front foot. And just notice your sense of balance here. If you need to hold on to something for support, you can. And if this is as far as you go for today, know that that is awesome. If you want to try a twist, bringing the palms together and rotating the ribs towards the front leg. Being in a place where you can breathe with ease. And then back to center. And then to set up for the side bend, let the front leg arm side hang by your side, and the opposite arm will come to the side of your head. And then finding this length through the side of your torso to take you into the side bend. And if you're not sure, if you felt something kind of move out with your hips, just come back to center and try it again. This is so interesting. You can feel kind of all the little shakiness through the legs as they help you find your balance. I think it's so cool. And then come on back when you're ready. And then in whatever way works for you, let's come up to standing. Finding finding the tripod in your feet. And just notice how you feel in standing. Maybe there's a new sense of presence or awareness through the legs, through the feet. So have fun exploring that. If you're really curious, you can take kind of the same idea into a high lunge. So I've got my front knee bent and the back leg is straight. And you can explore the movement here as well. Same concepts. We're just up a little bit higher. And you can always whoop, play with your twist. It's going to be a little bit more challenging because we have less body surface touching the ground. We're just on our feet instead of our legs. You can do the same thing with the side bend. You might find that in order to maintain the balance, that your movement isn't quite as big through the side bend and through the twist. Yeah, let's try both sides if you're still with me here. Tripod in the front foot, back heel pressing back. All right, that's all for now, and have fun exploring your balance.